Okay, so my name is Pierre Martin, and this is Madeline Shepard, and she is a uh, public relations manager here at Tri-C at Cuyahoga Community College here on the Metro campus. And we're just going to ask her a few questions with regard to the public relations field. And Madeline, first I want to start off by thanking you for sitting here for this interview and allowing us to interview you, taking time out of your busy schedule. I want to start off by asking you, what is it that drew you into the public relations field?
Mm-hmm. So, so really what drew me into the PR field is really just communications as a whole. So when I was in college, just like a lot of students, didn't really know what I wanted to do, but knew I really liked talking to people, right? And everybody thinks communications, you just go into communications, right? That's an easy,
You're just a
easy
master
fix.
communicator. You're
Yeah,
just
you're
good at talking
just,
to
you know,
people.
easy fix, right?
Okay.
Mass communications and everything. And honestly, I didn't realize that I liked PR until I started taking some classes.
Okay.
So, part of the curriculum was taking all different kinds of communications courses. And I started taking some public relations courses and finding out, talking to the media and, getting the word out there, being the spokesperson on people's behalf, sending out press releases. I found that I really enjoyed it, and I
Okay.
enjoyed writing, and I had a knack for it. So I started continuing on that path, and it's led me to where I am today.
So were you a great writer then, all through your school years prior to college then?
Yes,
That was
yes,
one of
I
your
always
strengths.
loved writing, yes.
Okay.
More creative writing, but it's, and so PR writing is a lot different, but still writing nonetheless, so it's still
Okay.
in the wheelhouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been in the public relations field?
About almost nearly 10 years, about 8 years.
8 years.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah, 8 long years so far.
Wow.
So far.
You look so young. I thought you were going to say something like
Yeah.
2 or 3.
No, it's been, I like to think I look good for my age.
Right.
No, 8 years, definitely.
8 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And enjoying every minute of it then.
Enjoying it, yes, yeah, different capacities, but 8 years nonetheless, yeah.
Okay. Do you have any recommendations for other students such as us, Tyler and I, he's behind the camera? Any specific recommendations for students such as us that may be looking to come into public relations?
Definitely. So one of the things that I really thought helped me in my career and found where I actually needed to go or wanted to go was my internship. I did an internship at Habitat for Humanity of Summit County.
Okay.
And I was the PR coordinator there. I wrote newsletter content. I sent out press releases. I worked to kind of establish relationships with media representatives. And I found out that I really, really enjoyed that line of work. And it led me on the path to pursue a job at an agency because I was able to meet with different people. And somebody had recommended try working at an agency. That way you get exposed to, product, corporate life, nonprofit, all these different sectors, and you can find out what you're maybe good at or what you like the most.
Okay.
And so that's what I did. I started working at an agency and found out that I really liked nonprofit, I liked jazz, I liked, music and things like that, and it led me to the path of Tri-C. So kind of just getting yourself out there and meeting with different people, different professionals,
Okay.
I would say is really great, as well as getting involved in organizations too. I was a part of the American Marketing Association at a young age when I had just graduated college, and that really helped me meet new people in the industry and make those connections, those really lifelong connections, and really helped, I think, with my career advancement.
Okay.
So that's something that I would definitely look into. When they have student rates or anything, you don't let the price, kind of fool you or scare you away.
Okay.
But I think it's a really good thing to be a part of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Habitat for Humanity and some of the things that they do. As I've been in real estate, and they usually you can call them if you need things that you're going to donate things, and
Yeah.
then they have like a resale store and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So then when you moved over to an agency, the agency is really responsible for helping you find other types of work, basically.
So it actually wasn't like a temp agency. It's an agent. It was a marketing agency, marketing
Okay.
advertising. So basically, They had different groups, different accounts.
Oh, so
within
they
the
have their own
agency.
clients already?
And
Okay.
yeah, so they had their own clients. So like when I went to work for the agency, I worked for a trucking company. Then I worked for Tri-C. I also worked for Velisano, the Cleveland Clinic.
Okay.
So all different kinds of things, air humidifiers, mop company, I mean, all different kinds of things. So that was great because then I actually was learning on the different companies that I might actually want to work for one day.
Okay.
And that's kind of the agency atmosphere anyway. People kind of go there, feel it out, get a little bit of experience, and they move on. So there's a lot of turnover in
Okay.
that field. But some people stay there for years too if they like that workflow. You know,
Okay.
'cause it's a lot because you have a lot of different clients and a lot of different things coming at you.
Well, it seems like no 2 days will be the same then.
Yeah, and they're
It's-
always looking for young people too.
Is that right?
Mhm. Oh
Okay.
yeah, up and comers.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good
Good
advice.
way to gain experience.
Okay. We want to talk about two events that are pretty close to my heart here in Cleveland, and that is the Tri-C Jazz Fest and Edgewater Live, two events that I've attended. And as I mentioned before, Edgewater Live is one of my real personal favorites. I try to have perfect attendance every year,
Yeah.
whether it rains or not. Cleveland is a very snowy place, it's very cold, and you can tell that people are really happy to get out, and it's a great community event.
Oh, yeah.
I've witnessed people down, and the food trucks and, the new clubhouse and that sort of
Oh, yeah.
thing. So tell us a little bit about your involvement in the Jazz Fest and the Edgewater Live events.
Sure. So that's actually my main focus here at Tri-C. That's my whole job is to market the Jazz Festival. So I'm basically, the technical title is project manager writer, but I'm basically the marketing manager for the entire festival. So I handle all the advertising, I handle all the media, I help manage, the volunteers, and just kind of everything on the back end that you see is what I do. So that kind of segues into Edgewater. So Tri-C sponsors Edgewater Live. And so we go down and we usually have a presence there at every event. We have a table, a tent that we pass out Jazz Fest materials at, also college materials and things like that. We have the Recording Arts and Technology program here at Tri-C. And the students come down and manage the side stage, so the opening acts. They actually manage that whole stage, so there's a creative arts program aspect to Edgewater, and that's all kind of supported under Tri-C. And part of my job, as well as marketing the Jazz Festival, is helping to market the creative arts programs as well, which is journalism falls under that. The RAP program, Recording Arts and Technology, visual arts, art, music, all that kind of stuff is
Yeah, because
and
I've seen
umbrellas
bands
under
perform
that.
down there, Tri-C bands, which they've done pretty
Yeah,
well. I've
and-
seen some of them perform.
Yeah, and we work with the Rock Hall because we have the Tri-C High School Rock Off.
Okay.
That's hosted at the Rock Hall every year. And so once the bands perform and they get selected, then we get the list of bands, send them, and work with the Metro Parks and Edgewater Live to book the bands.
Okay.
So that's part of the job too as well.
Oh, that sounds like
Yeah.
it's just extremely fun
Yeah,
stuff.
then we get to go down and hang out and pass out, materials and talk to people about the festival and, the programs here at Tri-C. So it's a really great experience too.
It sounds like an excellent job, and it just sounds like a lot of fun.
It is,
Yes,
yeah.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I want to thank you again on behalf of Tyler Welsh and myself for sitting down for this interview and giving us a lot of information about the field.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. All righty.